Don Squad in the house, stand up. Salute. Want to get that on out of the way. Before we get into today's topic, I got several little minute topics. Be sure to support the channel. Okay, support the dribble. I got a video up just now, like an hour ago. Go check that little skit out. Also got a live stream informative type of blog about hernia surgery. So go check that out. Just check out the content. Support your boy. Subscribe and enjoy. You will not be disappointed. All right. And share this content with your friend, family, and followers. Now, also, this is not a video, a gaming channel, right? I know a lot of people get kind of confused when they subscribe and then they find the lack of video game news or reviews or anything like that. But I kind of sprinkle video game entertainment into my channel, all right? Now, got all that on out of the way. Let's get into the topic. For those out there who haven't secured Operation Secure the Bag, aka secure an Xbox One X or PlayStation 5, if you're still on the outside looking in and you still want these next gen consoles before the holidays, and if you've been following me, I told you guys that your best chance to get a console is after the holidays. But, people want these consoles before the holidays. Now, there are several outlets that are reporting, and this was going on the last, and this is more hearsay, rumors, the possibility of these consoles in retail stores when people pick up their pre-orders. Now, I reported it, but on a side note, I was saying to myself, I don't see how that's going to, if you have to look at it from the perspective of someone doing retail or someone in that world, why would you have consoles available for people who were unable to pre-order from the first and second wave? Now there's mass confusion in your store. Now you got a mixture of people that's trying to pick up their console, and then you're going to have your store bombarded by people who trying to buy the console. And I don't think even when I heard that rumor, I was saying to myself, I don't put a lot of salt into that rumor. I mean, I don't put a lot of thought in that rumor because it wouldn't make any sense. Now, there is other ways you can secure Operation Secure the Bag, aka next gen consoles. Now, Walmart says that you can pre-order the console there even at launch. But from what I gathered from Walmart, Target, Best Buy, and others, it's gonna be online. Now, the reason why there's a lack of consoles out there, and I pointed this out on several live streams and on several videos, that is the lack of. You have to understand, Microsoft and Sony is behind the 8-ball. Due to the COVID scare, the COVID pandemic, they're not on their A game when it comes to manufacturing consoles. I can take you guys back when people were scared that they were unable to get a 360 or PS3. Well, mainly the 360. The 360 came out first, and everybody was skeptical. Everybody had mass confusion and things of that nature. And I didn't pre-order a 360. I just simply walked in and bought the console. So This, on the other hand, is light years worse than when the 360 came out, because Sony and Microsoft is behind the 8 ball due to the pandemic. You know, the world shut down because of COVID-19, and this is the result of when you shut the world down. A lot of stuff that you expect to get, they're having a hard time manufacturing it. And it's the same thing, and I've experienced this, you know, just doing regular grocery shopping, or going to a hardware store, or a department store. Stuff that I'm accustomed to get last year that I had no issue of getting, now I'm having an issue getting those items. It's not the point that the retail store or the department store is not ordering. They're ordering. It's just what they're going to get. Just because you order 100 cases of Mountain Dew don't necessarily mean you're going to get 100 cases. You might get 10 cases of Mountain Dew, because of the demand is so high, and you don't have a lot of these warehouses and manufacturing plants, you know, they just got in there a couple of months ago. So the fact that you're going to see consoles galore everywhere is ludicrous. It's not going to happen. All right, if you didn't get your console on the first and second wave, and if you don't want to take my advice as far as waiting after the holidays, I think after the holidays you're gonna have a better chance of finding these consoles. And I'm gonna be honest with you, between the two, after the reviews come in and after people find out what these consoles can and cannot do, you're gonna see more Xbox Series X out there that you can pick up than PlayStation 5, because when the reviews come in and people find out the pros and cons in these consoles, mainly the games, that's even going to put more strain on Sony to manufacture PlayStation 5. Because if anybody was interested in getting a Series X, if there was like if they was like teetering whether or not to get it after these. Now I just saw some reviews of the Xbox Series X. It's not that flattering for the Xbox Series X. Yes, can I get 2 chicken biscuits, a sausage biscuit, 2 large sweet teas, and grape jelly? All right. And the reviews are not that great for the PlayStation 5 either, but it's not as bad as the Xbox Series X. Give me 1 second. All right. Either one. There it is. Thank you. Got a commercial break. And let's flip this real quick. Flip it. All right. All right. Thank you. Hey. Yeah, thank you. All right, we got that. So yeah, the reviews are in, and the reviews don't speak highly fairly for the Xbox Series X. There's a lot of pros in getting the Xbox Series X. It run games smoother, resolution 4K. It's got, and but it has a lot of pros, but the major negative about the Xbox Series X is there's no AAA exclusives. That's the large hurdle Microsoft has been trying to jump over for the past couple of years, right? They had all their hopes, dreams, and aspirations on Halo Infinite. And when they delayed Halo Infinite, it kind of, the Xbox Series X, it kind of put it on pause. And the Xbox Series X is running into the same type of issues as the Xbox One X. I purchased the Xbox One X. The Xbox One X is a fabulous machine, but you can only see, there was only a handful of games that utilize that power that you can honestly say that it looks better on the Xbox One X than the PlayStation Pro. And the only game that a lot of people hang their hat on is Red Dead Redemption 2. All right. I mean, that's the only game a lot of people hang their hat on. All right. Now, the Xbox Series X is going through the same type of struggles as the Xbox One X. All right. And you have to take a wait and see approach. And if you got a wait and see approach, you're not really in no rush to get a Series X. And I think that's why I said that if you have to have a next gen console, you're better off you're probably going to find an Xbox Series X faster than a PlayStation 5, because I feel like the people that were balancing on the fence whether or not which console to get, now they're falling into the PlayStation 5 field, and they're saying like, okay, well, I was going to get both. Everybody's going to make this excuse. I was going to get both consoles anyway. I can literally wait and get a Series X when there are better games or exclusive titles coming their way to the Series X. People are going to justify and make that excuse. They're going to say, okay, well, I can wait. I don't necessarily have to get a Series X right now. I can literally wait, and then because I was going to get both consoles anyway, and then I'm just going to go ahead and get the PlayStation 5 and experience a lot of these exclusive titles. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, Miles Morales, it may be exclusive to PlayStation, but you can also play it on the PlayStation 4. And I already made that argument to a lot of people. I said, at the end of the day, why are you in a rush to get a next-gen console? Well, a PlayStation, when you already got a PlayStation Pro, you can play all of those same games on the PlayStation 4. Now, I think that argument is kind of thrown out the window after you see the reviews on these games. And now more than ever, people are gravitating to the PlayStation 5. But you got to realize, like I said earlier in this live stream, Sony can't meet the demand due to COVID-19. They're kind of behind the 8 ball when it comes to manufacturing consoles. The same could be said for Microsoft, all right? And they're in a position where they could probably sell more PlayStation 5s if they had PlayStation 5s to sell. All right? But due to this COVID-19 pandemic, things are not hitting like it used to. All right? So a lot of people are going to really lean towards PlayStation 5. Now, if push come to push, and if you got to have a next-gen console, I feel like I said earlier, you'll probably get your hands on a Xbox Series X quicker than a PlayStation 5. But the caveat to that is the Xbox Series X, they don't have any exclusive games for you to drop $500 on. You can literally keep your Xbox One X and play Game Pass, because that's what they're advertising. It's Game Pass. Those same games run, if not the same, maybe with the Xbox One X, it's not gonna run better than the Xbox Series X. But is it the games, or is it the performance of the games? What are you being entertained by? Are you being entertained by the games, or are you being entertained by the performance? And I feel like the majority of gamers are entertained by the games. And if you're entertained by the games, then you better off just keeping your Xbox One X and wait until you can get your hands on either an Xbox Series X or PlayStation 5. But everybody's going to be leaning toward the PlayStation 5 because there are better games on the PlayStation 5. There are exclusives on the PlayStation 5. Now, the reviews are in, and they're not saying the PlayStation 5 is 100% perfect. All right? It's not an A+. All right? Let's just get that on out of the way. The PlayStation 5 is not a grand slam. All right? But when you compare it to the Xbox Series X, it's better than the Xbox Series X. Even though the Xbox Series X is more powerful, the 12 teraflops and yada yada yada, the one thing that's hurting the Xbox Series X is the lack of exclusive games, and that's what the PlayStation 5 has. You know, at the end of the day, people play games. They don't play teraflops. They don't play 4K. They don't play a resolution. All right, and I always made this statement to a lot of gamers. Yeah, you know, backwards compatibility is a nice niche. All right, it's a nice feature, but it's not the main course of the dinner. It's not the steak dinner. All right, backwards compatibility is like the fries or the mashed potatoes or the greens. I mean, it's not the main course. It's not the main entree. It's a nice, cool feature, but you shouldn't come out with a new console, a new system, and say, well, backwards compatibility, a lot of these older games are going to perform and run better on the Xbox Series X versus the Xbox One X versus the PlayStation Pro. For Pro, it's cool to have that feature. Nothing wrong with that feature, all right? But it's not the main enchilada. It's not the reason why people are spending $500. When you spend $500 on a next-gen console, on a new console, you expect to play new games, all right? You expect to have new experiences. And I'm sorry, Gears 5 looks great. Look, it looks great on the Xbox Series X. But guess what? It also looked great on the Xbox One X. This was the same game that they were utilizing to show how good the Xbox One X is. Okay, now you're using that same example and that same game for the Xbox Series X. I always end up buying both consoles. But this is probably going to be the year where I'll get the PlayStation 5, and at a certain point, I'll get the Xbox Series X. But Microsoft has this going for them. They'll come out with a console, and then 2 to 3 years later, come out with even an improved console than what they're trying to advertise right now. So they've been on record doing that. Okay. I'm sorry, I just don't have a lot of faith in Microsoft, because Microsoft look at these consoles as no big deal. Microsoft look at these consoles as, well, the Xbox Series X is the next hotness, but in another 2 to 3 years, we're gonna be talking about another console that's coming from the makers of Microsoft. Okay. And, that's unfortunate because I feel like Microsoft abandoned the Xbox One X too fast. I mean, if they would have just focused on the games, that console would have been something, would have done something. All right. But they given up on the Xbox One X way too fast, in my opinion. All right. But going back to my original live stream, look, if you're trying to get a next gen console, you better stay online. Make a day where you can go on Walmart online or GameStop or Best Buy or wherever and try to secure your console that way. You going into the store next week thinking that you're going to get a next gen console while the other people are picking up their pre-orders. I'm just letting you know it's not going to happen. All right, it's not going to happen. It's not going to be fair for the businesses because now it's bad enough they're going to be dealing with the crowd that's going to pick up the consoles. Now they got to deal with the crowd that's looking to buy a console. And Microsoft and Sony has pretty much been on record saying, due to the high demand, and it's really not the high demand that's holding them back, it's due to the fact that they're late in the season as far as manufacturing consoles. If we didn't have COVID-19, if we didn't have this pandemic, I think Microsoft and Sony would probably be on better footing than what they are today. All right. So yeah, that's all I got to say. One more thing about the presidency. I have met a lot of people in my life. I have met people that are sore losers. I also have met people that are sore winners. But this is the first time I have ever met in my life an individual like Donald Trump, who's a sore winner and a sore loser. All right. You might as well just concede, give it up. There's no way you can come back from this election. You should gracefully bow out, tap out, and just simply just be the bigger man and announce that you lost. So now something that could have this election over with days ago. This man's gonna literally wait for every last vote because he feels like somehow, some way, the tides are going to turn, and he's going to be the winner. And when the votes are tallied up, and Biden wins, he's already been on record talking about he's going to tie this in court. So that's just a sore winner and a sore loser. When he won the presidency, he was a sore winner. He was just throwing it and rubbing it in people's faces. And this is going to be the end of the political wars. This is going to be the end of red versus blue. I'm so glad of this. This is going to be the end of the mega hats, Make America Great Again, and the t-shirts and the bumper stickers, because I felt like that was the beginning of the end of our country. Because you had so many people were irritated by watching that. And you had people, really their egos got bolstered because they had a "Let's Make America Great Again" hat and things of that nature. I think that's going to be the end of that. And I think we're going to have better relationships with all nationalities in this country, because it takes all of us, okay? It takes Caucasians, African Americans, it takes Puerto Ricans, it takes Mexicans, it takes Europeans, it takes everybody to make this country better. It's not one race making this country better. And I think it's also going to be the end of the rioting and the protesting. Now, I'm not going to say we as African Americans, our suffering is over. I feel like we have a long road ahead of us, as far as our voice in politics, as far as our voice in government. Okay, federal and local government. But we're a long ways away. But the road that we're on, we got the backing of so many other nationalities, so many other political parties, not just Democrats, Republicans. All right. So I'm glad that this disease that we call Donald J. Trump is going to be out of the White House. I think that's going to help heal our country a lot quicker. It's going to bond a lot of relationships a lot quicker. So I was going to do a live stream or do a video on it, but I felt like I should just put it at the tail end of this one. All right. So yeah, back to the games. If you're thinking about getting I feel like the quickest console you're gonna probably find. Hello, what's up, my man? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. But I feel like, and y'all hit that like button. Hit that like button, man. Share this content with your friends, families, and followers. I feel like with the next gen consoles, you'll probably find an Xbox Series X a lot faster than a PlayStation 5 because the demand is not going to be as high for the Xbox Series X. All right, but if you have to get a PlayStation 5, I already told you the best way to get a PlayStation 5 is waiting to after the holidays until the hype goes down. Yes, I live in the USA. Where you live? When the hype goes down and dies out, when Black Friday and the holidays are over with, I think you'll be able to secure a PlayStation 5 a lot quicker than trying to get one. Oh, okay. That's a long ways away, homeboy. Long ways away. So, yeah, that's all I got. I really do appreciate everyone who came in the building. No, I don't know. I don't have any friends of your nationality or from your country, but no, I don't know. No, I'm just gonna go ahead and just say no. But I really do appreciate everybody came by. It's your boy, the host with the most. Rate, comment, subscribe, share this content with your friends, family, and followers. Catch me on the next one. Check out my content on my YouTube channel, as well as Instagram, TikTok. I'm all over the place, even Twitch. All right. It's your boy, the host with the most. I'm up out of here. Deuces, y'all. Have a wonderful Saturday morning.